here for a fabulous, fabulous show put on by your children and hosted by the teacher par excellence, Eva, or Ava. I'm going with Eva today. So I've done a variety of kinds of ways of being the introducer on these. This time, the theme is We the People in America, and Eva wrote out a script, a little thing for me to say about each and every piece and each and every player. And instead of coming up with my own thing, I am reading Eva's script today. So if you don't like it, you can blame her. And if you like it, you can say it was my delivery. See how that works? Okay, good, good. So kids, you know the theme of today?
We the people.
We the people, absolutely. Which is why I'm dressed in a t-shirt that I got at a big march, because we the people get to express what we think in this country. Yeah, we do. We get to express what we think. We can have marches in favor of things, or we can protest against things. We can say what we want, and one of the things we can say is that we do love America, and we do love music. And we're doing both of those things today. Should I start?
Yes.
So,
Sarah? Sarah, you are first.
so it's not going to be in the order in here?
Oh, yeah, no. It's in order, sorry. Sarah, you know. Yes, okay. Sit down, please.
So,
Yes.
now,
Sit down. Start, please. Sorry, welcome everybody. Miss Leslie is awesome and she knows what to do when I don't know what to do. So, Miss Leslie, go for it.
I'm getting paid so much to be here, so.
Exactly nothing.
So you guys get what you pay for also. So welcome everyone to our recital of We the People. To start things off, we are traveling back before the United States was even a country, when the land was filled with ancient forests and incredible wildlife. Here to remind us that every rock and tree and creature has a path, a name. Please welcome Isabella Trujillo, which I practiced in advance and messed up on, playing Colors of the Wind. So come on up. You would smack me every time I say a name wrong.
This piece was above our level, but she had 3 extra lessons on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and even this morning she was like, I need to come and play. So good job. So, even if it's too hard to do it. Very good.
I think my podium is haunted.
I saw.
I was right. Ethan Larkins, come on up. So as people began moving across this vast continent, they needed a place to settle down. And what did they want? A place where the deer and the antelope play. Here's a fun fact from Eva. The buffalo actually did roam, but they didn't do dishes. Here to bring us a classic anthem of the American West, Ethan Larkin will play Home on the Range. Sally Larkins come up. Sarah, oh my gosh, I'm looking right at it, and it's, so, Alzheimer's is a very, very sad thing, and which I will prove to you today. Now, you might be thinking, wait, I see that cape, it looks like magic. Did Alexander Hamilton get a Hogsworth? Well, no, but early America was a place full of mystery and magic, and very important messages would be delivered by birds, just like in at Hogwarts. So before email and smartphones, we had birds doing this stuff. Representing the magical spirit of our imagination, here is Sarah performing a blues theme. So in 1776, Americans decided they were done with having a king rule over their land. They wanted freedom.
No king.
King Teddy? No king. And eventually, they wanted to fly across that free land in giant metal birds. You see how that follows? Taking us from the old kings to the modern skies, please welcome Teddy playing King of the Land and Airplanes.
You might be able to hear the airplane on this song. Can you show us the airplane song? Can you hear the airplane?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. This was the right hand airplane, and now we're going to have the left hand airplane. I can find the left hand airplane. Where is it? Here it is. Oh, you went right. Okay. The right hand airplane. Okay. That's why it was funny. You went right hand. That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sebastian Trujillo. Early American pioneers, like Daniel Boone, were famous for crossing massive mountain ranges. All right, and why did they climb over these giant mountains? To see what they could see. What did they see? What do you think? You think they saw a bear? Absolutely. They would see all sorts of wildlife, and one of the most interesting ones was a bear. And so, Sebastian will play The Bear Went Over the Mountain. Woo! Is Alex Chandra here? There he is.
Oh my goodness! You got this very fashionable Yankee Doodle.
Indeed. Did you know that Yankee Doodle was actually written by the British soldiers to make fun of Americans? The joke was that Americans were so unfashionable and provincial that they thought putting a feather in your hat made you fancy. But the colonists loved the song so much, they stole it and made it their own victory anthem. And so today, playing the ultimate revolutionary tune. Alex will play Yankee Doodle. Is Ketsia Ulam here and ready to play?
That's okay.
When pioneers traveled west in covered wagons, they could only bring the essentials. That meant they also had big, hardworking dogs, but no goldfish. The goldfish were not essential, didn't help, and the fish bowls did not do well in the covered wagons. But the dogs were good. So to give us a little bit of backyard wildlife and a lot of American rhythm, Ketsia will play Goldfish and also Big Dog Boogie.
What?
You might hear the dogs barking in this one.
No. I heard the Big Dog and I heard the boogie. Anya Agarwal? So early American farms relied heavily on animals, not just for food, but also for security. Believe it or not, back in the day, geese were used as watchdogs. They would hiss and squawk and chase intruders out of the way. They were the original home security system. Well, here to paint a musical picture of the American countryside, Anya will play Snow White Geese. Sean Agarwal, you're up. Long before the majestic redwood forests and the Gulf Stream waters belonged to you and me, indigenous cultures carved beautiful totem poles to tell stories of their families and of their history. Celebrating the deep history and shared beauty of our country, Sean will play for us Totem Pole and also This Land Is Your Land. imagine waking up in a log cabin in the early 1800s, no alarm clock, no iPad, just the sun rising over the Appalachian Mountains, and perhaps a rooster yelling at you. Or, in my house, your mom. Sounds peaceful, right? Well, the music is definitely peaceful and beautiful, bringing us the American sunrise. Damien will be performing Breed's Morning. But first I'm going to talk about mornings for a while, as we find the correct music. It worked. Something else?
So this one was again a little bit higher than our level, but we worked on it so hard and you did such a good job.
Well done. Effie Caragos? So, America's history is deeply rooted in the things people made with their hands. For instance, pottery from the clay, perhaps the clay in my backyard. And that was often inspired by some of the beautiful flowers that we find here. So here is to share the beautifully crafted pieces and to think about what went into it. Effie will be playing To a Wild Rose and also making pottery. If you traveled through the American wilderness a couple of hundred years ago, you might find yourself spending a lot of time under a weeping willow tree, perhaps watching the rabbits hop by. It was almost like television, almost as good as watching a show on your phone. Almost. Here to bring nature trails to the piano piece, Gemma will play Cottontail Rabbit and Weeping Willow Tree. For the Plains tribes of early America, the buffalo provided everything that they needed to survive. Food, clothing, shelter. After a hard day's work, perhaps watching buffalo, everyone could gather around a campfire and share stories and songs about the buffalo. Bringing us the spirit of the great western plains, Ari will play for us Hunting Buffalo and Campfires. And now, Hated Mandalore. You knew that, yeah? Are you okay, sweetie? America has always been a place where people dream big. Whether it's dreaming of a magical place like Cinderella did, or dreaming of vast open spaces like land from California to the New York Island. Here to share 2 songs about big dreams. I'm going to speak slowly now. Is Aiden performing Cinderella and This Land Is Your Land. And I have a question for you. This land is your land. Where in this land do you live? Virginia.
And it's his birthday today.
Oh. His birthday in Virginia is perfect. Have you been to any other states in the United States? Where else have you been? Minnesota. Does it look a little different from Virginia? How does it look different? Bigger and flatter? Is it, I don't know, colder? No? Did you get to visit in the spring? Ooh, maybe it was a little colder. Can you guys tell me other states that you have visited? Tell me.
West Virginia.
West Virginia, that's not too far, but it's a different state. You're right. What about you, sweetheart?
Utah.
Utah. Oh my gosh. And where?
Tennessee
Do they look different than Virginia?
too. Well, Utah's very different because it's like desert. And I also got to see some arches.
You got what?
Arches. I got to see.
You got to see the arches. So nice. Very nice. You can see it right on there, yeah. Where else have you been, honey?
I also have been to Florida.
Florida definitely looks a little bit different than Virginia, especially if you're on the beach and looking at an alligator. It's a very different look. Where else have you been? You mean you've been to New York? People never talk like that.
Who was playing This Land Is Your Land?
You've also been to New York? So I have a little bit of a
Who was
secret.
playing This Land Is Your Land?
I was born in New York.
I've been to New York.
You've been to New York?
Can I have your
We have driven through We stayed there.
So
Stayed there one
you've
time.
driven through New York?
And stayed there.
And did you hear people talking differently?
So you stayed there.
Where, sweetheart? Where have you been? Tell me, yeah. Charleston? Charleston. Go on. Say the next thing your mom supposed to to you.
It was very different.
Yeah? That's where, how was that Charleston, South Carolina?
Yeah.
How was it different?
Well, it was not, it had different houses and it was a different shape.
Different shaped houses? Were they beautiful?
Yeah, but it was very warm there every day.
So it was nice, but not quite as nice as home?
Well, it is.
Yeah. Tell me, where have you been?
I broke my arm in New York.
You broke your arm in New York. Well, yes. New York can be a tough place. Absolutely, absolutely. I hope the entire state did not do that to you on purpose. But did you get a cast back here in Virginia? Nice. Okay, that's pretty good. Well, I think we are ready for. But wait, there's more. More states in a moment.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks.
This one is
Zinnia Marion? The bald eagle was chosen as the national bird of the United States in 1782 because it represents strength and freedom as it soars high above the mountain peaks. Benjamin Franklin actually thought our bird should be the wild turkey because turkeys are so much more useful to us day to day than bald eagles. But we have both of them here, so we are pretty lucky. Watching the skies, watching the mountains where a lot of turkeys live, please welcome Zinnia, who will play Down the Mountain and Eagle's Flight.
I love her. We matched. We are like sisters.
You guys are twinsies
Yes.
today. Did you do that on purpose? That's awesome.
Of course.
Rocky Mountains to your own backyard garden, Americans have always loved the great outdoors. Now, the mountains are beautiful and majestic, but nothing says America like a bee buzzing around your picnic or around the flowers in your own backyard. So this is very special. Thea is going to play I Like the Mountains, which I do, and she is also going to play a song called Bumblebee, which Thea wrote.
So Tia, can you please read your own poem? No? Okay, so here is the poem I'm going to read. Was you little bumblebees, always bumbling round me? Let's go play together in the pretty flowers. Very nice poem.
Beautiful. Thea, does this song go with the poem? Excellent.
Just talk a little bit about bumblebees.
Well, I can tell you, Thea, that last song, I Love the Mountains, had me back in camp. And I kept thinking, boom diada, boom diada. Am I the only one?
I did it at school.
Do we all know that song?
I think I know that.
Can you sing a little?
No, I don't.
Okay, no, I didn't mean that. That's wonderful. Well, we were talking about different states, and I have another question. Did anyone here ever live in another state? What other state have you lived in?
Maryland.
It's close, but it is definitely a different state. I used to live in Maryland also, and I had to get a whole different driver's license after I moved to Virginia. Tell me, where did you live?
In Tennessee.
Do you remember Tennessee?
Yeah.
South
It was like culture shock when I moved here from Nashville.
and Africa.
What was very different?
In Africa.
It's a much slower pace of life there, I think.
I believe that, I
Yeah.
believe that.
She also went to South
And
Africa.
she said, did you
Which-
live
which-
somewhere?
South
Well,
She did live.
which is interesting, but it's not quite in the United States. It's
Right.
close, but not quite.
Yeah, she says so.
Time for Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
Noel Easterly? So this will be our last song to wrap up our musical journey through the history and landscape of the United States. We the people will take a look back at the young hunters and scouts who explored America before it was even America. And perhaps you're doing that today in Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts or after school with friends.
But that's not before America was America.
You would not have been a Boy Scout before America was America. You caught me on that. Absolutely, you're right. But thinking of the deep mysterious forest of early America and listening to the music of the trees and the music of the animals and of the forests, we will listen to Noel playing Young Hunter and Forest Song.
You can start. Sure.
You can hear me.
Well, thank you everyone so much for exploring our history and our country through this fabulous music. Now, Eva will insist on every one of you children coming up for a great picture that we can all look at and remember in the future before you get your snacks.
Yes.
So come on up.
So I would like all the children